the heck is that? They're Hershey Kisses decorated. Vehicle, some kind of vehicle. Grinchmas. Hiya.
Hello.
Where are we at, Melody?
Hershey Park.
What did we just try to do?
Eat.
Okay, so it's like 12:30, and the park doesn't open until 2 o'clock for the Christmas candy lane, like the whole Christmas shenanigans that Hershey Park does. But we came here because there's a new restaurant, the Chocolatier, that we're going to try for lunch. You want to explain what you did?
So I called. So you can't get. Well, you can get reservations, but apparently they're like super booked out for a long time. So I called last night, and they said no, we do, but we're booked for reservations. But you can walk in at any time and get on our walk-in wait list. And I said, well, how busy is it, like between 12:30? And she's like, oh no, that's our slow time, it's fine. So we went up straight to the restaurant. It's at 12:15, 12:20.
Yep.
And the one lady, she wasn't that nice, and said, well, we're all booked. I said, oh no, I don't have a reservation, I just like to get put on the list for the walk-up time. And she's like, no, we're all booked for that too. And there was 2 other girls there with her, and the other girl was talking to me. I was like, I'm just not understanding. Like, we called yesterday and we drove 2 hours, and they said that we could get on a walk-up list. And she said, oh, well, our walk-up list isn't full for the day, it just is right now because we're busy. So I was like, well, that's why I called, because we drove 2 hours early for this. And she said, well, I could put you on a list, but it's going to be a 2-hour wait. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, we don't mind waiting.
Yeah,
so
a wait list is a wait list.
Yeah.
So offer it if it's available.
Yeah, so she's like, oh, okay. She's like, but I'll put you on the list.
They basically were trying to turn people away without offering the wait list.
Yeah.
So when questioned further, all of a sudden there is a wait list, it's just long. So that's our choice if we want to wait 2 hours or not.
Like,
we came here to try the new restaurant, and I realize they're busy because they're new and the park isn't open yet, so everybody is jamming in there for lunch. But don't just say you're booked and turn people away, or you're booked for the for the day.
This is the thing, like, I don't know. I guess maybe because I'm in sales or like customer service is my thing. What's with the attitude?
She's stressed. People don't know how to manage stress.
And I'm just like, it's okay. Like, and I was very polite about it. But I was like, I just don't understand, like, why I called. And then I just can't believe when she's like, oh, we're not booked for the day.
So
wait.
We have 2 hours. We're going to go into Chocolate World and check out the gift
snack.
shop. And if we buy stuff, we can take it back to the car. But basically, we have 2 hours, and we're going to be doing things anyway.
We're going to find stuff to do.
It's basically a virtual queue for the restaurant, which that's the whole point, to make it efficient. So they'll text us when the table's ready.
Yes.
And then we'll get to try the new restaurant. But we're going to go find a snack to hold us over.
Because somebody gets hangry.
So the main entrance is straight ahead, as you see, and to the left is the gift shop, and then they have a Milton's Sweetery and Chocolatier restaurant and bar with an outdoor patio. But the Milton's and the Chocolatier are brand new this year, so that's why we at least wanted to try one of them. Further to the left is a little snack stand. So they have house-made cinnamon bread, pretzels, popcorn, things like that. So we're gonna grab a snack here until we can sit down for lunch. So we got the cinnamon bread, so you basically for $8 get a loaf of bread. There's no options of smaller portions.
I was like, can we get smaller? She's like, no.
We're gonna do the best we can with that. And then, I mean, it's a good thing we're waiting 2 hours for lunch now. They have only fresh squeezed lemonade. And look, there's like a whole lemon in there. Did you taste the lemonade yet? Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
How's the pretzel?
Good.
And of course, we have to get chocolate dip because it's Hershey's. It's not warm though.
Oh, is it cold?
That's what it feels like. Oh wait, it's a little warm.
Look at how doughy, and that steam coming out of it. Here's a cinnamon bread. That is so light. That's not a heavy bread. That is like kind of
like a monkey bread.
Yeah, but not even, because sometimes monkey bread's heavier. It's like what is that? Cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon roll?
Yeah, like how
so it's
you
like
peel
cinnamon roll bread.
It's delicious. It's
And
amazing.
I'm gonna taste it plain first before dipping in chocolate. The crispy top, the crystallized cinnamon sugar on top. That's really good. Good cinnamon flavor and light dough.
So
And
light.
it's warm. That bread was delicious.
It's delicious.
The
I'm glad for our 2-hour wait.
cinnamon sugar crystallized crust on top. So definitely get the bread.
Yeah.
It's just called house-made cinnamon bread. So that's where the snack stand was, and now we are going to head over here to Chocolate World.
So what's nice
That
is
way,
a really big bathroom.
oh yeah, there's restrooms right
And
here,
family
and they
restrooms.
were clean.
And they have a nursing center for moms with infants.
So we're heading to Chocolate World. That does close before the park closes, so while we're waiting for lunch, we're just gonna knock out Chocolate World, and then that's off the list, and we can just enjoy the park. Heard this was an hour and a half wait when we got in line, but we've only been in line for 2 minutes. It's moving pretty good, and the line was in the middle of the store, but we're gonna find out how long it actually is. So that's the door we came in down there, and the queue for this attraction is right there in the middle of the floor, snaking through the entire gift shop, upstairs, switchback lines, but it's moving pretty good. Did you know, Melody, there was enough Twizzlers made every year to stretch between the Earth and the Moon and back 5 times? Oh, so you did know that?
What?
So you did know?
No.
And Hershey's bought the company that makes Twizzlers in 1977. Cocoa Mission. Almost there. It's only been like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I said that wasn't bad.
Yeah, no.
See you inside.
See you inside.
The Hershey goodness starts right here with your fresh milk. Sing it, girls!
It's the milk we make that's at the heart. Sweet inspiration from the very start. We taste the love. Got that feel good feeling every day.
Look at Cupcake.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a quality supervisor here at the Hershey Chocolate Factory. I was asked to be your guide today, and I can't wait to show you around. Everyone ready? Let's go. It all starts with cocoa beans, which are harvested and shipped to us from tropical regions around the world. We send the cocoa beans through large cleaning machines and screen and thoroughly remove unwanted parts like pulp and bits of cacao pod. Our cocoa experts carefully select, sort, and combine beans from various countries in precise amounts to achieve that unique and consistent Hershey's flavor.
Ice cream first too.
It's frozen and chocolate. We're gonna get roasted. You feel that hot air? My feet are sweating.
Not mine.
Now they're gonna break us. Look, they just slam it against the wall.
Hey everyone, belonging on milling machines which grind
explaining
cocoa nibs into unsweetened chocolate. Cocoa nibs have been ground down like this for thousands of years. Milling machines generate lots of heat through intense pressure and friction. The grinding turns cocoa nibs into the smooth, dark liquid used to make milk and dark chocolate.
Our pressing machines squeeze the unsweetened chocolate into discs of cocoa powder, known as Hershey's cocoa. Pressing also produces cocoa butter, which we use later on in the
Pressing.
process.
Pressing. Then they add the milk and sugar.
Every day, shining tanker trucks pick up milk from local farms and line up outside our factory for delivery. Hershey is one of the only companies in the world that uses fresh milk to make milk chocolate. Fresh milk is part of what gives Hershey's milk chocolate its delicious and distinctive taste. Part of my job is to make sure all of that milk meets our high-quality standards. Once it passes testing, we mix sugar into the milk using large batching tanks. We pasteurize and condense the sweetened milk and then blend in the perfect amount of unsweetened chocolate. This is where the art of chocolate making all comes together. As the mixture cooks, it begins to form delicious little pieces that we call chocolate crumbs.
Amazing how a little sugar and cacao become perfection just by adding milk.
Hershey's authenticity go hand in hand in smooth silk.
It takes time to read your simple things, stirring it up.
We drop the chocolate crumbs with coarse powder. Then we mix in the cocoa butter we pressed out earlier and add a dash of vanilla. This brings out the chocolate's rich taste and creamy texture, and of course that wonderful smell. We feed the chocolate crumb through steel rollers that grind and refine the chocolate until it reaches a smooth, uniform consistency. Here's our friend Kiss to explain the next step in the process.
Crunching.
Granite rollers transform refined milk into milk chocolate.
Yummy.
Process mixes and heats the chocolate, developing a rich flavor and color. Heavy rollers smooth out the refined crumb until it reaches the silky liquid texture of milk chocolate. Bye for now.
After crunching, we temper the milk chocolate, heating and cooling it to just the right texture and consistency. During tempering, we can mix in other ingredients such as roasted California almonds. Next, we pour the milk chocolate into molds and send them on a bumpy conveyor ride. Then we send the molds through cooling tunnels that solidify the chocolate. All of that fresh, delicious Hershey's chocolate goodness is finally ready to be packaged.
Hershey's milk chocolate special dark bars.
Hey, don't forget about Reese's peanut butter cups. My personal favorite.
Everyone has a favorite. Mine are Hershey's Kisses.
Yummy.
Thanks, Alex. That's so sweet.
Looks like our packages are ready to go. It's been a privilege being your guide today. Remember that wherever you go, you're never far from a piece of Hershey's happiness. So be sure to share that goodness with the ones you love. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Gotta get your free chocolate. Get your free chocolate.
I'm gonna eat mine.
Right now?
Yes.
They give you Twizzlers too. Just got called back to the restaurant and came out of Chocolate World, and look at this madhouse. Looks like it gets crowded at 2 o'clock when the park opens. Good thing we're going to eat first, right?
Yeah.
And then we won't have to wait in that line. The Chocolatier restaurant is up on the second floor of the main gift shop here, and then Milton's Sweetery is right in there, ice cream parlor and quick service. But when you come in this gift shop, you do have to come up these steps to then go to the Chocolatier. Oh yeah,
1:59. 2 o'clock.
And what time did we put our name in?
12:30. So it's an hour and a half.
Okay. And they said 2 hours, so. And then the line for the chocolate tour, well, that was about 45 minutes.
No, I actually calculated it out because we got in at 12:53 and on the ride at 1:28, so 35 minutes. And they said an hour and a half.
Yeah. So we're sitting right by the bar here, and you can just walk up and sit at the bar, but I'll do a walkthrough of the rest of the restaurant, but it's fairly small. And then around this side is an overview of the gift shop, which is the original location for the gift shop, but looks like it was probably just renovated along with the restaurant. And then out the windows, you can see the roller coaster.
It just went up and around.
That's, I believe, Candemonium. So we just took notice the bar is designed to be like a Ferris wheel. See the horses in the middle and the lights are on the top, and then these little pods over some of the booths. I guess it's supposed to just look like a amusement park theming. That's pretty cool.
Daddy looks so funny.
What'd you get, Melody?
Now it's a Reese's cup.
What'd you get? She has ADD, it's okay.
I got buffalo chicken dip. It's right in my face. Buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip.
French fries. I don't know what that's at.
Just regular fries.
Oh, I got the shrimp tacos, and they are, I can tell you about them. They're a hint of chocolate. It says cocoa and chipotle rum. Thank you. Corn and black bean salsa, citrus slaw, and avocado lime creme with a corn tortilla. Which, curious.
And you got chips?
Buffalo chicken dip.
Chips and celery.
Buffalo chicken dip.
Open it up so I can see inside there.
Okay,
Where is the dip?
She got a lot.
Where is the dip? Oh,
There it is.
That's a good amount.
And then your Cuban.
Yes, I got a Cuban.
Cocoa Cuban.
That
Slow
looks really
roasted
good.
Hershey's cocoa rub pork shoulder, thin shaved ham, Swiss cheese, bread and butter pickles, and mustard on a Cuban roll. I was gonna get that, but I knew that'd be way too big. So there was some pork laying on the plate by itself. I'm gonna taste that. Cocoa rubbed pork shoulder. That is really good. I'm so pissed that I got
I can't wait to taste that sandwich. We just got finished eating and there is still mass of people outside waiting to get into the park. So I think we're gonna run over to Hershey World and grab our merchandise and then come back and try to get in the park. I'm taking video now.
I'm like,
So, Chocolatier.
It was disappointing. There was too many disappointing things compared to good things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to eat there again. I mean, it may be a staffing issue because of the pandemic and all that stuff and how busy they are.
So much staff, though.
Yeah. The service was not great. She took your plate away before, like, you were going to take your one last giant shrimp to go.
Because you only get 4
And she
shrimp
just,
in the
like,
shrimp tacos.
speed walked right past the table and took the plate before you even... Like,
you
I
get to
didn't...
put it in
I
the
saw her
container.
walk by, but you were, like, putting melodies in her to-go container, and yours was already gone.
I was so excited to save that last shrimp. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. This is going to be my snack. She only get 4 shrimp in the shrimp tacos.
Yeah, the waitress did not ask if we were finished. She just took the plate. And then the whole fiasco of trying to even get a table, it just didn't leave a good taste in our mouth
And
for
let
a
me tell
restaurant
you,
service.
If you go and so I usually get regular french fries. Everybody on here probably already knows I like french fries. But I was like, today I'm going to get sweet potato fries. Don't ever get the sweet potato fries at this restaurant. They're hard, they're cold. Like,
Yeah, I think
you
yours
pull
was
them
done.
apart.
I think your food was done
Ooh.
first, and it sat and waited for hours to get done.
Yeah,
Like, my
it was-
fries were cold, but my sandwich was piping hot.
Oh, okay.
So maybe my sandwich took the longest to make,
Yeah,
and everything
because
else was just sitting.
The shrimp tacos, not that they were bad shrimp tacos. The shrimp was delicious, but I like shrimp. But it was canned corn, which I'm not a fan of canned corn.
The shell was weird.
The shell was like not a soft shell, but it wasn't a hard shell. It was like a hard stale shell. Like and you could crunch and
A
pull
stale,
it.
soft shell.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's what it was because like, and you could like tap on it and eat it. But it was just like the craziest shell I've ever had. And I get shrimp tacos out a lot. And the shrimp was good. Yeah. Other than that, I did not.
And Melody liked her buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's very similar to what you already make at home, so what's the point of going out and
Paying $15 for
buying
it.
something that you can have at home very easily? You very easily make it at home. My sandwich was really good. I liked the flavor. I liked that they used bread and butter pickle, so it had a bit of a sweetness to it with the mustard
That was good.
and all the different cuts of meat. But that alone wasn't worth, to me, going back and dealing with the service problems. But I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't the best service, and I like to give shout outs to like waitresses and waiters because they bust their butt. No, not this one. Not that she wasn't busting her butt.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was doing, but she was
Yeah, she
not.
could have just been inexperienced.
I mean, even a smile goes a long way.
Well, she had a mask on.
She had a mask on, but like you could tell, like the whole tone was just like,
No,
she
she
looked miserable.
But she refilled our drinks without asking. So, like, there was things that were good, but, that's typical.
just
That's what
seemed
should be expected. And
miserable.
then not asking if we were finished before she started taking the plates. So,
Just sad about
I don't know. We're going to go run into the chocolate world because we had a few things we were going to buy, and then we got flagged to come back to the restaurant, so we left them there. We're going to go grab them and then go into the park. Let's take bets. Do we think the stuff is still where I hid it?
Yes.
I hid all of our items on a bench that was hidden behind a big planter with a tree. So we're gonna go see if our stuff is still there. It's been like 2 hours. Right there behind the big pot on the bench.
I knew it was.
It's where we hid our stuff, and it was still there when we got back. Look, it's a cocoa bean tree right there in the middle of the queue for checkout. Look at that, you can choose all your assortments of candy for $22.95. You can pick your bucket and then fill it with all your choices of candy.
I didn't know that.
Choose your own.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know you had to be coming.
Yeah. And it's amazing. All right, that wraps up the first part of our day at Hershey Park. There was a lot of content, so I'm going to split this one into 2 videos. It was super crowded. We have never experienced Hershey Park with those crowd levels before, so it was not the best time we've had in an amusement park. It's probably actually the worst, to be honest. We still want to give our honest review. So as I was editing, it kind of came across that we were complaining a lot. Not everything that you experience is going to be a good time. And part of our YouTube channel is to be sincere and honest. And we don't want to just come across as like, oh, everything's always fun at the parks. Everything we always do is always fun. Everything we always try is always good. Because it's not. There's things that we try that we don't like. There's times like this where the day just isn't as fun as we hoped it would be. And we still did fun things. There were still things that we did enjoy about our day at Hershey Park. But in the video, you know, we're going to be honest with our reviews. So the Chocolatier was a miss for us. Maybe it was just an off day. You know, there's a multitude of reasons why the service wasn't quite, you know, what our expectations would have been for a new restaurant. So as I was editing this, it came across to me that we were complaining, and that's not our intention. We're not complainers. I don't want to complain, but we do also want to give honest reviews. So if we're not having a great time for various reasons, we do want to point that out so that our viewers can see the honesty of, you know, what it's like going to Hershey Park in those types of crowds with not so great service, so everyone can come up with their own conclusions on if they want to drive that far to experience it or not. So you'll see in part 2 of the video where we go into the park and start riding some rides, like just so crowded. I've never seen so many baby strollers and motorized carts. But overall, even though it was not that great of a day, we did get to try some new things. The cinnamon bread was amazing. I still think about that. And next time I go to Hershey, I'm getting that cinnamon bread. And maybe we would try the Chocolatier again in the future. You know, let them settle in a little bit. Maybe it's because they're new and they're not used to how to handle this level of crowds. So overall, even though it wasn't the best day, it was still better than the day at work. So subscribe below to follow along and catch part 2 of Hershey Park. It'll be coming out in a few days, maybe a week. I'm not sure. I still have to edit it, but I did get to experience 2 roller coasters at Hershey Park. One of them, Candemonium, which was awesome. So I'll be giving my review of that, as well as other rides in the park. And we also do the Hershey Sweet Lights drive-through that Hershey Park does at Christmas time too. So plenty more stuff to share with you viewers. And thank you all for subscribing. And thank you all for following along. Until next time, last tag.